Hello and welcome to the channel. The presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Labour Party (LP) Al-Haji Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi respectively have rejected the outcome of Saturday's presidential election, which ushered in Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress (APC) as president-elect of Nigeria. Both men have also declared that they are willing to prove their case in courts. Let's get up to speed on this latest developments. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Atiku Obi rejects Tinubu's victory. Begin legal challenge. The People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidates in the 2023 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, have rejected the declaration of the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, as winner of last week's polls. Atiku, who addressed his first media briefing after the polls in Abuja on Thursday, described the process leading up to the declaration of Tinubu as winner and president-elect by the Independent National Electoral Commission as flawed. He explained that he was addressing Nigerians with a heart full of sadness because what transpired under the current INEC leadership fell short of the minimum standard of elections anywhere in the world. Atiku went down memory lane to trace Nigeria's democratic journey from the battle to end military dictatorships to the birth of the Fourth Republic in 1999. He said, "I have in the last 3 decades devoted my life to the battle to birth and deepen democracy in our country. It was a battle that started during the military era. It was a struggle that nearly cost me my life and that of my son Adamu in Kaduna. I survived the assassination only by the mercies and grace of God. Following that attack, I was forced into exile. But that attack claimed the precious lives of some police officers. That was not all. My businesses were nearly crippled and my signature business was eventually appropriated by the maximum ruler of that era. My commitment to enthroning democracy ensured that I joined forces with other compatriots. As a leader of the defunct Social Democratic Party (SDP), we fought and won the 1993 presidential election, which was acclaimed as the fairest and freest election in our history. Sadly, Chief MKO Abiola, who embodied that hope for the birth of a new Nigeria, paid the ultimate price. Our fight to enthrone democracy continued. Indeed, the motivating factor for the birth of the People's Democratic Party was to force the exit of the military from government and their permanent return to the military barracks. Following the exit of the military and the advent of democratic rule in 1999, I did not rest on my laurels. I deployed the same level of commitment to advance and deepen our democracy. I did this because our democracy was bought at a huge price of human lives. My mentor and true Nigerian hero, who this venue in which we are gathered this evening is named for, was one of those who paid the ultimate price in that battle. So, also was Chief Alfred Raþe, Chief MKO Abiola and his dear wife, Chief Mrs. Kudirat Abiola. It was also for this reason that I sacrificed my political aspiration and fought against the actualization of third term. Whether during the military or civilian era, I have, no matter how inconvenient, pitched my tent with the people against dictators. During the military regime, it nearly cost me my life and the near decimation of my businesses. In the civilian administration, it had serious adverse implications on my political life. But I have remained undaunted because I was and still convinced that the only reason why I am in politics is to work in tandem with other compatriots in the advancement of the well-being of the people. He further said, "The 2023 presidential election presented our nation and its people the greatest opportunity for a reset. We had everything going for us, a legal framework in the 2022 Electoral Act, and the BVAS technology. The enthusiasm of Nigerians to turn out in large numbers was an added bonus. However, the dreams and aspirations of Nigerians who braced all the challenges to go and cast their votes on Saturday, 25th of February 2023, were shattered by the conduct of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which failed to live up to expectations. The weekend election was neither free nor fair. Preliminary assessments indicate that it is the worst conducted elections since the return to democratic rule. The manipulation and fraud that attended this election was unprecedented in the history of our nation. I can still not understand why the electoral umpire was in such a hurry to conclude collation and announcement of the results, given the number of complaints of irregularities, of bypassing of the beavers, failure of uploading to the IREV, and unprecedented cancellations and disenfranchisement of millions of voters in breach of the Electoral Act and the Commission's own guidelines. It was indeed a rape of democracy. Having consulted with leaders of our party and Nigerians from different walks of life, I have come to the conclusion that the processes and outcome of the Presidential and National Assembly election of last Saturday was grossly flawed in every material particular and as such must be challenged. This has been attested to by both local and international observers. I want to believe that this was not the legacy that President Muhammadu Buhari had promised. For President Buhari, it is not too late to make amends for the good of our country and the future generations and indeed to assure its legacy. This battle to right the wrongs of Saturday is not about me. It is a continuation of my battles to deepen democracy and for a better life for our people. It is about the future of Nigerian youths. I know that Nigerians, especially the youth, are traumatized by the developments, but I want to urge them to conduct themselves peacefully. Like I have done over the years, I assure you that I will commit the rest of my life in ensuring that true democracy, which affirms the supremacy of your vote and your will take firm footing and guarantee a stable, prosperous, and peaceful Nigeria. This is more so as Nigeria represents the hope of Africa and the black world. It is my hope that the judiciary will redeem itself this time around and rise to the society's expectations as the last hope. In the end, who wins is not as important as the credibility of our elections and electoral processes. I call on all men and women of goodwill to join hands with us in the vanguard to defend our Constitution from the brigandage of anti-democratic forces. Finally, I urge Nigerians to remain vigilant and resolute. You have the constitutionally guaranteed right of freedom to choose your leaders. We will not sit idly by and watch your rights taken from you. In the same vein, Peter Obi had, in a press conference broadcast on Thursday, argued that he won the election, vowing to prove it. He said the presidential election, which was won by the All Progressives Congress candidate, Bola Tinubu, was controversial and programmed to deliver predetermined results. He added that Nigerians were robbed of their true choice and he would pursue justice through the courts. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.